Good evening, this is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from my YouTube channel as I continue on my part series, The Week That Was College Football History Review, the 1965 college football season, week number 8, November 6, 1965. Let's get into it. On November 5th, 1965, on a Friday, Miami Hurricanes beat Boston College by a score of 27-6. Next, North Carolina beat Clemson 17-13. As the Tigers lost chance to wrap up the ACC crown, finding all-around talents of North Carolina quarterback Danny Tolbert too much to handle. Clemson halfback Hugh Malden matched North Carolina halfback David Riggs with a 67-yard punt touchdown return with a tying touchdown in the second quarter. Tar Heels drove 65 yards to Tigers' 3-yard line in the second quarter, but sacked the passer Tolbert. Tolbert forced kicker Tolbert into a 26-yard field goal and 10-7 lead. Carolina defensive back Jack Davenport's interception set Tolbert a 35-yard touchdown run in the fourth quarter after Clemson quarterback Thomas Ray scored a 6-yard touchdown. Game ended nervously for the Heels as they had the Fields touching goal line with ball inside their 1-yard line. North Carolina State shut out Duke 21-0. West Virginia beat Virginia Tech 31-22. Florida beat Georgia 14-10 in Jacksonville. Punting duel in first half between quarterback punters Steve Spurrier of Florida and Kirby Moore of Georgia was interrupted by goal line fumble by halfback Jack Harper just when it appeared Gators would score. Georgia defensive end Larry Cohen recovered Harper's full fumble in the end zone just before halftime. Harper redeemed himself with a 28-yard run with a screen pass to allow fullback Alan Poe to plunge for an 1-yard touchdown. Late in the third quarter, Moore completed 12 and 11-yard passes but stalled at 8-yard line, so Bulldogs kicker Bob Etter cut margin to 7-3. Georgia took the lead at 10-7 on end. Pat Hodgson's leaping fingertip 8-yard touchdown catch from Moore on 4th and 5 with 12 minutes left through rain and wind of Jacksonville. Spurrier captured Verdict in 2 rapier-like thrusts before 2 to go. He connected with 4-end Charles Casey for 45 yards to Georgia's 32-yard line and drilled Harper, who wrestled over goal line with 2 Bulldogs clinging to him. Georgia's safety Len Hughes might have made an interception on Harper's touchdown catch, but slipped in sloppy conditions. Tennessee upset number 7 Georgia Tech by a score of 21-7. Unbeaten Tennessee fashioned 7-minute third quarter blitz to blast open scoreless affair as Georgia Tech quarterback Kim King had accounted for 144 yards in first half, but King's interception return for 34-yard touchdown by Volunteers defensive back Harold Stansell started down for the Engineers. Now Tennessee's rapid fumble recovery and another interception led to touchdown pass by quarterback Charlie Fulton and touchdown run by fullback Stan Mitchell. Yellow Jackets halfback Giles Smith was in for injured star halfback Lenny Snow and got 33 yards for a cosmetic fourth quarter touchdown. Number 7 Georgia Tech had its victory doused at 5 in a row. Next, number 5 Alabama beat Louisiana State 31-7 as number 5 Alabama climbed over Bengal Tigers on quarterback Steve Sloan, clicked for 2 aerial scores. Fullback Steve Bowman powered for 2 touchdowns. Sloan launched route with first quarter 45-yard touchdown bomb to speedy end Dennis Holman. Found halfback David Ray with 7-yard score in the second quarter. Kicker Ray also connected on a 41-yard field goal as Crimson Tide led 24-0 at halftime. Bowman barreled 36 yards to score in third quarter. Meanwhile, LSU quarterback Nelson Stokely injured his knee in pregame drills and had to sit out. So that left signal calling to quarterback Pat Screen, who had a reasonably good game against Bama's tough defense. Screen accounted for all but 58 yards of Tigers' 275 yards total of offense, which included 72 yards rushing. Screen saved LSU from whitewash with deep fourth quarter touchdown throw of 53 yards to tailback Joe Labruzzo, who slipped behind 2 pass defenders. Next, Michigan beat Illinois 23-3. Minnesota beat Northwestern 27 22. Missouri, the number 9 team in the country, beat Colorado 20-7. Mighty defensive Missouri got Tigers flying early as quarterback Ken Boston picked off high long throwing tip flat pass from Buffalo's fullback Larry Fisher on game's fourth quarter. Boston returned interception 38 yards for touchdown. It was one of 4 interceptions suffered by Colorado quarterback Benny McCall, total offensive leader of Big 8. Buffalo's answered nicely, marching to the Mizzou 4-yard line, where halfback Bill Harris lost fumble. At least 3 players from each side seemed to have hands on loose ball before alert Tigers defensive guard Don Nelson came up with possession to halt Colorado threat. Buffalo's McCall threw a 22-yard pass to wide receiver George LaRoque near conclusion of 80-yard drive to set up halfback Estes Banks tying touchdown 11 minutes into second quarter. So Tigers also win 80 yards before halftime as quarterback Gary Lane broke 7-7 deadlock by throwing go-ahead touchdown pass from 2 yards to wingback Earl Denny. Bison wide receiver Frank Rogers was wide open for certain touchdown and likely 14-13 lead when he muffed the halfback pass by Larry Plants just before halftime. Tigers defensive back Gary Rossnickel ended with that threat with end zone interception. Same defender ruined Buffalo's third quarter advance with another interception after Colorado had set itself up at Tigers' 24-yard line. Lane added brilliant 15-yard keeper touchdown run by clinching score in fourth quarter. Next, UCLA, number 18 in the country, beat Washington 28-24. Improving Huskies eyed upset behind precise battery of quarterback Todd Hullen and Dave Williams. Washington moved to 14-0 and 21-7 leads, respectively, as Hullen found Williams for 50, 56 yards, and 11-yard touchdowns in the first half. But UCLA quarterback Gary Beeben, the quarterback of UCLA, had pitched a 58-yard touchdown to end Dick Witcher in middle of first quarter. With 1:28 to go in the second quarter, capped 81-yard drive with touchdown sneak. Trailing 24-14 at halftime, the Bruins were inspired by Beeben's dazzling 60-yard touchdown run. On downfield blocks of guard Barry Leventhal and Byron Nelson on first snap of the second half. So Beeben hit Witcher with winning 60-yard bomb in third quarter on deceptive play. Bruins snuck Witcher out from offensive huddle early, positioning him as uncovered flanker as the disciplined Huskies remain in defensive huddle with their heads down. UCLA used more pass rush pressure in the second half to blank Washington, even though Huskies moved into Bruins territory 3 times. But Hullen suffered 2 interceptions, lost fumble as Washington gave away 5 turnovers in the second half. And looking at Washington's 479 yards of offense, UCLA coach Tommy Prothro said, "We were lucky to win." Some impressed by felt Richards' second half touchdown play were underhanded, but Washington coach Jim Owens disagreed. I didn't think it as a sleeper. Our defensive halfback didn't pick him up. And finally, Washington State beat Oregon for 27-7 as power running of 236 yards by fullback Larry Elmies, halfback Ammon Washington, halfback Joe Lynn. Well-placed passes of undervalued quarterback Tom Roth sparked Washington State to 5th win in a row. It was Cougar's first such streak since 1932. The 5 members of 1916 Cougar Rose Bowl team in attendance. Washington State University fan flame Pasadena Dream with 27-0 lead by third quarter. Oregon managed just 46 yards rushing, while its conference best air attack swatted until fourth quarter. That's when Ducks quarterback Mike Brundage flipped the 11-yard score to end Steve Bunker. So that concludes a look at the week that was for November 6, 1965, week 8, when the game was played November 5th, 1965, between Miami and Boston College on Friday. Let's look at the AP poll as of November 8th. Number 1 was Michigan State. Number 2 was Arkansas. Number 3, Nebraska. Number 4, Notre Dame. Number 5, Alabama. Number 6, California. Number 7, UCLA. Number 8, Tennessee. Number 9, Missouri. And number 10, Kentucky. So that includes a look at the week that was, college football history review, 1965 season of games that were played on November the 6th, 1965, week 8, including the game that was played the day before on November 5th, 1965, between Miami and Boston College. Please subscribe to the channel. I do a video of this magnitude, possibly and hopefully tomorrow. Until then, talk to you tomorrow. Talk to you soon.